Social control refers to the methods and strategies used by society to regulate individual and group behaviour, ensuring conformity and compliance with societal norms, rules, and laws. It is a fundamental concept in sociology, helping to maintain order and stability within communities. Social control operates through two primary mechanisms: formal social control, which involves laws and regulations enforced by institutions, and informal social control, which relies on unwritten social norms and expectations upheld by members of the community. Understanding these two types is essential to grasp the full scope of how social control influences behaviour. Formal social control is carried out by official institutions such as governments, courts, and law enforcement agencies. These entities create and enforce laws and regulations to maintain public order and protect the rights and safety of individuals. Formal social control is highly structured and relies on established legal systems to deter deviant behaviour through punishment or corrective measures. For example, the police are a key institution of formal social control. They enforce laws by arresting individuals who commit crimes, such as theft or vandalism. Courts then judge these individuals and, if found guilty, impose penalties such as fines, imprisonment, or community service. Another example is schools enforcing formal rules like attendance policies or codes of conduct. Students who violate these rules may face consequences such as suspension or expulsion. Now let's consider another example. Governments also use formal social control to ensure public safety through regulations. For instance, traffic laws such as speed limits and rules for crossing intersections are enforced to prevent accidents. Violations are met with penalties like fines or licence suspensions. These examples demonstrate how formal social control relies on structured systems to promote order and accountability. Informal social control refers to the unspoken rules and expectations within a community or society that influence behaviour without the use of formal institutions. This type of control is based on cultural norms, traditions, and interpersonal relationships. It is enforced through social interactions, including praise, disapproval, or even ostracism, and often operates more subtly than formal social control. For example, within a family, parents use informal social control to teach children acceptable behaviour, such as being polite or respecting elders. Parents may reward positive behaviour with praise or affection, and discourage negative behaviour through scolding or expressions of disappointment. Similarly, in peer groups, individuals may influence each other's behaviour through approval or disapproval. A teenager might avoid certain actions, like making rude comments to maintain their friends' respect. Another example can be found in communities where traditions and cultural practices shape behaviour. For instance, in many neighbourhoods, people expect neighbours to greet each other or help during emergencies. Those who fail to follow these norms may experience subtle forms of disapproval, such as being excluded from social gatherings. These examples show how informal social control relies on shared values and social interactions to guide behaviour. While social control is essential for maintaining order, it is not without criticisms. One criticism is that it can sometimes suppress individuality and creativity. By enforcing strict conformity, both formal and informal social control can discourage people from expressing unique ideas or behaviours that deviate from societal norms. For example, students in a rigidly controlled school environment might feel pressured to focus solely on academics, leaving little room for exploring creative interests. Another criticism is that social control can be unevenly applied, leading to inequality. Formal social control, for instance, might disproportionately target certain groups due to biases in law enforcement or judicial systems. This uneven application can create feelings of injustice and mistrust within communities. Lastly, informal social control can lead to exclusion and stigmatization. Individuals who do not conform to social norms may face isolation or ridicule, which can negatively affect their mental health and well-being. For instance, someone who dresses differently or has unconventional interests might be judged or ostracized by their peers. This demonstrates how informal social control, while subtle, can have significant impacts on individuals. These criticisms highlight the complexities and challenges of maintaining social control, reminding us that while it is necessary for societal stability, it should be applied thoughtfully and fairly.